Do you know what's actually better than getting the new Liberty Air 2 Pros in black? Getting the Liberty Air 2 Pros in blue. Let's go. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Now I know I'm late to the party of the new launch of the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros, okay? I received the Soundcore earbuds on the 11th, the day before launch, which was on a Monday, and Tuesday was launch. So I had no time to make the video until now, which is the weekend, because I work full time. So that being said, I'm sure you guys are very informed now on these earbuds and probably don't even need to watch Brannon's. However, as some of you do know, I always love to throw a twist on it, and that is something I am going to do today. All these bigger channels received all the colors, but Brannon got black and blue. And if you noticed, the black pair have a little bow attached. That's right, folks. You read this correctly in the title. Little old Brannon's channel is going to give you guys a chance to win a $129 pair of Soundcore brand new Liberty Air 2 Pros. So for you dedicated followers that decided to watch Brannon's take on the new Liberty Air 2 Pros, I'm glad you're here. Let's dive in and stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. All right, let's go ahead and hit up what comes in the box, and we're gonna try to do this part quickly, no pun intended. You get your quick start guide, which is an accordion style and very in-depth with some color there real quickly, and how to get yourself set up with the app, all the controls and all the features that this comes with. Also, I am a huge fan of their How Do We sound card that they put in every product. And what you'll notice, it says, you sound great, and they'll ask you to share their products and get the word out, or not as good as I hoped, which is unfortunate, but they do give you a support line if you have any problems with earbuds. Very rarely are you going to be on the not so happy list, trust me. Also in the box, you're going to get your quick charge USB Type-C, which we all dig the Type-C, obviously. Micro USB who? And as Soundcore always includes plenty of silicone earbud tips. Plenty of earbud tips. I think I just lost one. Yep, I did. Sorry about that. Yes, and when I say plenty, there are 9 sets of these babies to get you guys that exact perfect fit. All right, let's go ahead and go over the center of attention, and let me tell you, this color pops. I love the color blue, and the really nice thing about the case is it has that rubberized texture, so it feels nice in the hands. It's very smooth, but it's got a matte finish, and you're not gonna get it full of fingerprints. Very nice. So there is your USB Type-C port along with the connection button, and the unique style they went with this time around is the Liberty Pro, as it slides open rather than the typical clamshell. And I kind of dig that. I like that. I like it being able to slide open. It's fancy, and then you get that satisfying click. Oh, listen to that. Don't you love that? Everybody loves that. Maybe not. I don't know. I do. You? Okay. All right. Are you guys ready for the Brannon gravity test? I have not tested these, so these could plop out of here with the aggressive shake. Let's do it. Oh. All right, folks. Well, the right one plopped out. Let's see if we can get the left one to come out. Yep, we can. So obviously with an aggressive shake, these are going to come out. They're not real strong magnets, but if you give it just a little light tap, you open it up, you turn it upside down, you'll be fine. They're not going to come out of there. But if you get all aggressive on them, they might. All right, that being said, let's take them out of the case, and let me tell you something. Here is something you're going to notice right away on the earbuds that maybe you've seen on the Jabras. When I did the 75T Actives in blue on the Jabras, you noticed that they had the rubbery texture on their case, and they also had the rubbery texture on the earbud. However, Soundcore has made a very smart decision here. They have actually made the earbud a matte finish. And the reason I say that is when you're wearing these to work out in, that rubbery texture gets wet. And once that gets wet, these will slip out of your ears. So Soundcore has made these in a matte finish, which I think is fantastic. You won't have that issue when you're working out, jogging, or what have you. Looking closer at the earbuds, they have a very sleek design. I'm digging them. And yes, I understand before you get all crazy in the comments down below, why are they making the stem style? I like the earbud style, the button style. Don't worry, folks. I am certain they will be making a Liberty Pro style as well. But you have to realize that these are the new upgrades to the Liberty Air 2s, okay? Not the Liberty Pros. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, moving forward, very nice stem. I'm digging them. I'm liking the matte finish. They're extremely light in the hands. I love the way they felt in the ears right away. You stick them in and oh, they just fit. And I haven't even tried the other fittings. Right out of the box, they fit perfectly in my ears. Now, although these sound fantastic right out of the box, here is the nice part about Soundcore. Their app that they provide for their earbuds are fantastic. Let me show you. All right, once you have downloaded the app, go ahead and open it up. Now, this is going to be just a quick glance. If you guys are looking for something a little more in depth on their app, you can find other Soundcore videos that I've done with a little bit more in depth on the app itself. Now, the first thing I want you to notice on this app is obviously they're going to show you the left and right and how full the charge is. Very nice to have. Now, in the very beginning, you're going to want to set your ANC to your liking. And let me show you how you do that. You click normal, and they're going to give you noise cancellation, transparency, and normal mode. So when you go into noise cancellation, you have transport, indoor, outdoor, or custom. This is pretty cool. If you click on custom, it's an adjustable ring that you can move back and forth to fine tune your exact hearing, because sometimes it sounds like you're in an airplane or it sounds like a compressed room or something. So you are able to adjust that and how much you want. Now you also have the transparency mode, which is fantastic. I love this on earbuds. I think any earbud that has an ANC feature should always have a transparency feature, because you want to be able to hear the ambient noise, especially if you're out alone jogging, or if you just need to talk to somebody or somebody's trying to talk to you. You're able to turn that on without having to take your earbuds out every time, and you're easy to talk to. So you have fully transparent, and then you also have vocal mode. They even supply you with 2 different transparency modes. Very clever. You have a fully transparent, which you can hear everything. Don't mind her. Or you have vocal mode, which is also a nice... You're not going to get in there. I have that shut, okay? Stop it. Stop it right now. Thank you. Sorry. Also, Soundcore has always provided the Hear ID, which is very nice, and I can't show you how to do that right now because you have to be in an extreme quiet environment. You don't want your fan noise going off in your computer. You don't want other ambient sounds that's going off when you set that, but you're able to set the Hear ID to your personal hearing. Very nice feature. One of the best features any company can give the consumer is a custom EQ in their app. I love that fact. You're able to click on it, and now you have your personal choice and how you want to have your sound sounding. Very nice. But for those that are interested in adjusting or fine-tuning, they just want to have maybe a sound profile, Soundcore has you covered. They give you 22 presets of sound, from bass boost to bass reducer, podcast, deep, dance, acoustic, flat, hip hop, jazz, Latin, lounge, piano, pop. It's endless. 22 different sound profiles to give you that sound you're looking for. Another cool thing you'll notice, I've said this on my other reviews, is that as you click on it, you have a little bar graph that will change and kind of give you an idea of the highs and the lows. So you might want to go back to that custom style and maybe just fine tune it just right. All right, guys, let's nerd out for just a quick second. I want to be able to go over the new features for you guys so you know what you're getting in the box. So what they're saying is they're giving you 45% boost to the bass. That is true. As soon as you put them in your ears, you're going to notice bass right off the bat. They also state 30% wider frequency bandwidth. So they obviously upped the ante to their sound design. All right, still Bluetooth 5.0. I'm hearing some of the companies are starting to put 5.2, or I'm hearing rumor about 5.2, but not in this case. 5.0, which is fine. It's excellent. There was no latencies upon my testing of watching YouTube or Netflix or any of those things. And as far as battery life, you're going to get 26 hours of playtime on the case and 7 hours on a single charge, which they're going to give you 3 of those. They're also equipping these with 6 microphones that they're stating. That means 3 microphones in each earbud, which is going to give you guys outstanding crystal call quality. Now, I don't need to test these to prove my point. You need to trust me on this one. The phone call test that I did when I was at work calling my wife works fantastic. She said she really liked them. As a matter of fact, she thinks they're better than my Galaxy Buds Plus. That is saying something. And they are also stating that they have wireless charging on the case. You guys know how I feel about that. I absolutely love that feature, to be able to slap this down on a charger and your aunt. You thought I was going to say Bob's your uncle, didn't you? All right, and lastly, this feature, I feel they could have bumped up a little bit. It's an IPX4 rating, and I know why it is an IPX4 rather than a 6 or an 8, is because of the fact they have all this technology built into these earbuds. They have to sacrifice something. That means they're not going to be submergible. You're not going to want to drop these in a glass of water or accidentally drop them in a toilet. However, you are going to be able to wear these out in the weather with rain and sleet and things of that nature. You're going to be able to sweat in these profusely if you are one of those sweaters. You'll be fine. They will protect you and you won't have any issues. But like I said, you don't want to drop them in water. All right, guys, that is the best I can do for you as far as features go. Let's go ahead and test these out and see how they perform. All right, now this is kind of perfect because the heat has just come on and I usually wait for that to shut off to be able to talk to you guys so you don't hear it in the background. But I'm going to use this to my advantage and how to test the ANC on these. So we're at normal right now, and I'm going to go ahead and put in the transparency mode. I want to test both of those options out. So hitting transparency. Now, fully transparent, it muffles my voice out a little bit. Let me try the vocal mode. Okay, vocal mode kind of takes the bass out of your voice and it makes it more higher pitched. Normal cuts out because of the earbuds in your ears. You're going to cut out some sound that way just by itself. But let's go ahead and turn on noise cancellation. And I'm going to go to transport first. Okay. Wow, nice. It's very nice and quiet. It's a subtle. It doesn't, you can't feel it in your ears. It's just subtle. Let me try indoor. All right, indoor has definitely taken the background noise of the computer away. It's also subtle, but a little bit more. Let's try outdoor. Okay, outdoor kind of brings it back up a little bit. So I'm gathering they're going to take away a lot of the ambient sounds farther away. I mean, this is more enclosed, so farther away. And then we have custom. Let's go ahead and play with the ring on that. Okay. You almost wish that they had a high to low setting on this rather than just the wheel itself. Don't know where it starts and where it ends, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and play a song. Let's go into the app. All right, right now it's on default. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Right away when I hit acoustic on their sound profile, it immediately threw the music way up in treble and adjusted the bass. And I can't imagine. I'm not going to go through all these with you. You guys will have a ball playing around with all the different sounds. That I can guarantee you. All right. Let's just listen to it further as far as acoustic goes, because I really like that sound profile. And we'll listen to the bass, the mids, the highs, lows, and stuff. Okay, I don't have to say anything more about the sound as far as the tests go. These are phenomenal. You guys are going to love the sound of these, guaranteed. They have a lot more punch than the Liberty Air 2s. Who stacks 10 drivers in one earbud? Come on, guys. Soundcore does. That's who. Guys, this is normally where the pros and cons come into play. Again, this is a brand new set. I am not going to do the pros and cons today. I am sorry, but I will tell you this. We're not going to fight over what is better, the Air 2 Pros or the Air 2s. We all know that these just got a tremendous upgrade. So that being said, we're talking $79.99 for the Air 2s versus $129.99 for the Air 2 Pros. That is a big difference in price. And although I am not sponsored or endorsed through Soundcore, I know I sound like a fanboy, but I am a believer in them. They send their products out to me and I do you guys the reviews. Bada boom, bada bing. That is how it works. I don't get paid on the side for doing any of these reviews. I just get the product sent to me. That is payment enough. They make an excellent product that I am willing to back them with my channel's name. Period. Now I know you're not wondering today, would Brannon recommend the new Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros? Of course I would recommend them. You all know that. I back Soundcore 100%. I really do appreciate everything they put together in their products. And not only do they come in just black or blue, they also gave you a variety of pink and white as well. So kudos to you, Soundcore. I'll be sure to drop you an affiliate link down in my description below and where you can pick up whatever color you prefer. All right, I've put this off long enough. I know the anticipation is probably killing you by now. Brannon, how the hell do I enter to win me a free pair of earbuds? Not only are you going to win the black pair of earbuds, but you are going to win a signed edition. That's right, Brannon has autographed these, put down the exact sub count and the exact date of today's date. So how cool is that? Not only are you going to win the earbuds, but you're going to get a signed like I'm somebody. Well, I will be someday. Maybe. All right, I'm going to make it extremely easy for you to get entered to win these. Number 1, you have to be a subscriber. Number 2, you have to like and share the video. Number 3, you have to follow me on Instagram. And number 4, leave me a comment down below and why you think you deserve these. And after that, put a hashtag fortunecookie and you will be entered to win. I'm going to do the drawing on my birthday, February 24th. So that gives you a little over a month to get on board and get yourself registered. And once I draw the winner, I have to be honest with you as far as shipping goes, I'm only shipping free to anybody in the United States. If it's overseas, unfortunately, you're going to have to cover the shipping charges. I merely can't afford all of that plus $130 earbuds. I'm not that big yet. But please don't hesitate to enter the drawing because you deserve it just as much as anybody else does. So get out there, get your comments rolling, and don't forget to add that hashtag fortune cookie. Why fortune cookie? Because we love fortune cookies. All right. And let's see what the fortune is today. And of course, I need the old bifocals because I'm getting older. An exciting night in your future. Have fun. All right, it is the weekend, so maybe it will be exciting. Guys, don't forget to like and share this video as it helps the channel grow. It hasn't let me down yet. And you guys know. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Oh, and by the way, good luck.